Hey, did you know that in this life there will be thlipsis? That word means pressure. There's going to be pressure in this life. And I always say pressure creates one of two things, either a diamond or a turd. And I'm going to come out shining every time. But not because of me, because of what's inside of me. Because of God's Spirit, His Holy Spirit, and my faith that He gave me. The measure of faith that He'd given me, I grew that, and I'm growing that. And it's like a muscle. Just like you train a muscle, you train your faith. And that's by applying it, which, by the way, is wisdom. That's the difference between knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom's the application of knowledge. So God's teaching you how to apply it in this life, if you allow Him to. So there's a story in the Bible about a guy, the boss man hired a bunch of workers early in the morning and promised to pay them a certain wage. And then around 10 in the morning, he brought another wave of guys in, and then noon another one, and then an hour before the end of the day, another group in. Well, when it come time to pay, he was paying the group that he just brought in the same as he paid the group that came there early in the morning. And the ones that's been there since early in the morning were pissed. They're like, hang on a second. You're paying us the same thing you're paying them. And he says, I paid you what I told you I was going to pay you. Now it's on me if I choose to bless them and pay them the same. And that's this life. I'm telling you. I see it all the time. I teach this stuff all the time. And I've seen people in a 2-year period get to a place that I was on a path for 30-something years. So get excited about that. That's just God pouring out His Spirit, and He lets you know He can do anything. Martin Luther wanted the book of James removed from the Bible. He was the one that brought the word to the people, got it from the church with the 99 Theses. And he wanted that removed because he thought that James was contradicting the message he was bringing to the people, which was saved by grace through faith. Where in the book of James it says faith without works is dead. Well, this dude spent his whole life wrestling with that, asking about that, wanting it to be removed, confused about that. I prayed and asked God to reveal that to me. 3 days later, within 3 days, I knew the answer. It's amazing. And you know what it was? The answer is simple. It's not contradicting what he's saying. What it's teaching you is that a genuine faith is going to produce fruit. So if you know someone that claims to be saved or born again, redeemed, but you don't see a drop of growth, 20 years later, they're the same, they haven't grown spiritually or evolved at all, well, they're deceived. They're scamming themselves. They ain't the real deal. Because God tells you, He says a genuine faith will produce fruit. You're going to grow. You're not saved because you're doing the works, but because you've been redeemed, you're going to produce fruit. Because Jesus says that when you're born again, you're to be transformed, to become like Him, not to conform to the world. He says if you love the world, the love of the Father is not in you. It's simple. You can't serve two gods. You can't serve mammon and God, because you'll love one and hate the other. And mammon is money. You can't do it. You can't serve both. You gotta pick a lane and stay in that thing. God can give you everything. That's secondary. It's all relative. It's all a scam, man. All this is. Solomon, the wisest man that ever lived, did everything, had the most beautiful kingdom, the most beautiful gardens, the best orchestras, the most wealth, had everything. And in the end, he said it's all vanity. It's all chasing the wind. It don't matter. He's like, I spent my whole life building this amazing kingdom and I'm supposed to just give it to my son? And who knows if he's a dick or not? He might not be worth a shit. He ain't like he was. He didn't have to get it out the mud. He didn't understand. He wasn't the same. He wasn't that dude. And you're supposed to just give it to him? It makes no sense. So don't get stuck on any of this. Don't get stuck on any of this. Seek that wisdom, because like I say, God says that His wisdom is far more precious than any rubies or jewels. Period. You guys have a wonderful day. Love y'all. Thanks for sharing, commenting, keep doing that, and getting the word out. Thank you.